Hello, you guys. My name is Diana Vasquez, and starting today, I have the pleasure to be your English teacher. So, welcome to my class. And today, we are going to start covering our first topic that is in the city. That is the name of our first topic that is actually going to be covering two separate sessions. And along with this video, I sent a package. Okay, that you should have this packet. It's 3 pages. So this is the first page, the map and some instructions down here. Then you should have these little houses and something for you to do here. And finally, you have this enlarged map, which is the same as this one, okay? Which is the same as this map that appears on the first page. So if you can print it out, or even better, if you want to print it out, that's fine. But if not, you just can open the PDF document on a separate tab, and that should be fine. I just think it's easier for you to have the map and to be able to see it full size than for me to share it on screen, because then to see the names and everything is going to be more difficult. So just make sure you have this. This is one of the materials you need for today. But you are also going to be needing a paper and pen because you are required to take notes. Why are we taking notes? We are taking notes because note-taking stimulates our brain and our memory. Okay, so we're going to be covering vocabulary. Our sessions are mainly going to be divided in 3 parts. So the first part is going to be vocabulary. The second part is grammar, and then we practice, and in this practice we are going to use both the vocabulary and the grammar. So for today we have 20 vocabulary words. That is a lot, plus the grammar skills that we're going to be working on that add some vocabulary. So it's easier for you guys if you take notes, and you can revisit those notes like, I don't know, every other day or when you have time, so you can actually build your memory. So for vocabulary, and this is the same methodology we're always going to do. So I'm actually going to erase what I have back here, and I'm going to explain to you the methodology we're going to follow every time we cover vocabulary. That vocabulary is always going to be an important part of our lessons. So I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to write down the 4 steps we are going to follow to practice vocabulary, okay? So, teacher Diana Vasquez, don't forget. Okay, so for vocabulary, this is our vocabulary methodology, vocabulary or vocab methodology that we are going to follow every session, okay? So I'm going to be repeating this, but we'll get used to the different steps we're going to follow, but then you're going to be fine, and I'm not going to have to repeat exactly what you have to do. So the first thing we are going to do is note-taking. So make sure you write down, I'm kind of going downhill. Okay, make sure you write down the words that you are going to see on the screen, okay? Remember that we are trying to build our memory and to make it stronger. So note-taking is a strategy that is going to help us with this. So note-taking is going to be our first strategy. The second strategy, because we are not going to use translation. Sometimes translation is useful, but we're not going to try to do it here. And so the way that I'm going to present vocabulary to you is that I'm going to show you a picture of the item in this lesson in particular, of the building, okay, because we're talking about places in the city. So I'm going to show you a picture of the building, and right beside the picture, you're going to have the word in English. Okay, so instead of translating and thinking, oh, okay, in my language, this word is blah, 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 instead of doing that, what we are going to do is to establish real life connections. How can we establish real life connections in this lesson, you may ask? So since we are talking about places in the city, every time I show you the place of a building, so try to think about the name or the important buildings of that kind that you have in the city. So if I say store, think of famous stores that you have in the city. So instead of using the word in your language, make the connection of this word in English to this specific place in your city. I don't know if I'm making a lot of sense, or like if you are understanding what I'm saying. Let's talk about stadium. Stadium is actually a word that I did not include in my lesson. So a stadium, if you don't know, or for those of you who don't know, stadium is a place where sports are played, right? So soccer, basketball, volleyball, that's in a stadium, okay? So instead of thinking of the name or the word that you would use in your language to make reference to this place, think of the name of the place, okay? So, I don't know, the big arena or something like that. So that's how we are going to establish real life connections. That is our second step. Our third step is, guys, I am not there with you to check your pronunciation. That pronunciation is important. Okay, we all have different accents and that is perfectly fine, but still we have to make it easier for people to understand, okay? So how are we going to work on pronunciation? We are going to work on pronunciation through repetition. So I'm not there to hear what you're saying or to correct what you're saying, but I trust that you're going to follow my instructions. So for pronunciation, I need you to repeat, okay? And we are going to repeat. I dropped this. We are going to repeat each word twice. So I need you to please take this seriously and do as I tell, okay? So please repeat each word twice. And finally, this is our fourth step for our vocab methodology. So the number 4 step is going to be definition. This will also help us enlarge our vocabulary and work on our memory skill. Okay, so definition. How do we work with definition? This is like too thin, and I'm not sure if you can see it very well. So I'm going to rewrite it here. Hopefully bigger, and you can see. Okay, so every time that I show you the picture and the name of a place, I am going to ask the question, what is it? That's going to be my question. What is it? And let's go back to the example I gave you before. I said stadium. Okay, so stadium, I show you the picture, I show you the words. Stadium, stadium, stadium. We repeat, note-taking, establishing real-life connections, repetition. And now I have the question, what is it? What is a stadium? So we are going to try to build this definition together. And for each of the definitions of the places we are going to be covering today, we are going to start with this prompt. So the answer to this question would be, it's, or it is, a place where you, so I'm giving you all of this. I'm giving you, it's a place where you, and you are going to complete that definition. Then I will show you what I have for the definition, but that's fine. Okay. So here, after this, you have to complete with an action, with a verb. Okay. So it's a place where you, let's think of that stadium. And how can we define stadium using this sentence structure? So it's a place where you go is an action, where you go to see sports. That could be a definition. So let's remember that after you need to have an action, okay, or a verb. So those are going to be the 4 steps we are going to be following for our vocabulary every class, okay? Once we have covered vocabulary, we're going to do grammar, and then we're going to do our practice. That includes this packet that I have here. So let me drink some water. And we are going to go with the presentation. So give me a second. I'm going to pull up the presentation, and we're going to start right there. So let's do this. Perfect. Okay. So, you guys, we are going to start presenting. You should be able to see the presentation now. So you have there in the city. That is our topic that, again, as I said before, is going to be included in 2 different sessions, or is going to be divided into different sessions. So we are going to start with our learning objectives. So for today, we have 2 learning objectives. Our first learning objective is related to our vocabulary. So the learning objective is to use the appropriate words to name places in the city. We are going to reach this objective by doing all these 4 steps to practice the vocabulary. And our second objective is grammar related. So to use prepositions of place to locate specific items. Guys, if at this point you feel like you don't know what a preposition of place is, do not worry. That's what I'm here for. So it's a technical word, and we'll get back to that when we reach this step. So we are going to start with a vocabulary. Remember that is buildings in the city, and that is 20. So have your paper and pencil ready. Paper and pencil ready, and we're going to start with the note taking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let you do, of course, on your own, the note taking. You have to do the real life connections, or to establish the real life connections on your own, because unfortunately I have not been to India yet, so I don't know names of buildings you might have there. But I will give you some examples of real life connections so that you can understand how to do this. And the pronunciation, so I'm going to repeat the name of the word twice in English, and the idea is for you to be repeating after me. So that part we're going to do together, repetition, and we are going to do the definition together. So I'm going to show you the word, and then I'm going to ask the question, what is it? And try to come up with a definition in your mind, and then I'm going to show you the definition that I have. The definition that I'm going to show you is not the only one possible, it's just the one I came up with, but I'm pretty sure all the definitions you're going to come up with are just as valid. So let's go with our first place. Our first place is a bank, okay? So you're doing the note taking, you are establishing the real life connections, and now we're going to do the repetition together. So bank. One more time, bank. And now we go with the definition, okay? So the definition is, again, what is it? Bank. What's a bank? And our definition has to start with, it's a place where you, and what I have is, it's a place where you save money in or get loans. Okay, that is my definition. So if you need a credit card, you need to go to a bank and get one. If you have some money and you want to keep it safe, then you take it to a bank and they will save it for you. If you want to buy a car or a house, or I don't know, make a payment and you don't have the money, you can go to a bank, and if you meet certain requirements, they will give you a loan, and then you have to pay it back. So this is a bank. Second place. Our second place is a department store. No taking right now, guys. You know, take while I drink some water. Okay, so a department store. In here, this is my example of real life connections. So I have 3 examples of department stores in the States, very famous department stores in the States. So the first one, this red circle with the smaller circle in the middle, it's Target. The yellow one, it's Walmart. And the red star is Macy's. Okay, so what is it? It's a place where you buy different goods. And if you still don't understand the definition of department store is not 100% clear. A department store, it's a place where you can buy a variety of items. So you can buy groceries, you can buy cleaning supplies, you can buy electronics, you can buy clothing, you can even buy pets like at Walmart. So you can buy medicines, you know, there's a variety of things that you can get from these places. Okay, let's go with number 3. Number 3, it's an electronics store. So let's repeat that word. You can be like note-taking while you repeat. So, electronics store. One more time. Electronics store. What is it? It's a place where you buy electronic devices. What are electronic devices? A TV, a smartwatch, cell phone, right here, cell phone, computer, a laptop, I don't know, headphones, all these devices, electronic devices. Okay, so this is an electronic device, and I can give you another example of real life connections in the States. There is a place that is called Best Buy, very famous, and that's what that will be my example of real life connections. Okay, let's go with our place number 4. Number 4 is a gas station. I think this is easy. So let's repeat. Gas station. One more time. Gas station. What is it? It's a place where you pump gas in your car or to your car. Okay, let's go with number 5. A grocery store. What is a grocery store? Oh no, before we do the definition, we have to do the repetition. So, grocery store. One more time. Grocery store. And I'm also trying to give you enough time to write down the name of the place. Okay. So, what is it? It's a place where you buy groceries, and in brackets, I have food. Groceries are ingredients to prepare meals with, right? So the tomato, the rice, the milk, the meat, the apples, the oranges, you buy that and then you go home and you make a meal with those ingredients, okay? Then we have a hotel. In hotel, it's our 6th place. So a hotel. Let's repeat. Hotel. One more time. Hotel. What is it? It's a place where you spend the night. Okay, it's a place where you spend the night. Next. A gym. One more time. Gym. What is it? It's a place where you What am I doing, guys? Where you exercise. That is a gym. It's the place where you exercise or where you work out. Okay, place number 8. Number 8 is actually, I think you can see it like this. Place number 8. Post office. Let's repeat one more time. Post office. What is it? It's the place where you send mail. So if you have a packet that you need to send somebody that lives in the same city or same country or different city, different continent, anything, you go to these places that are some very famous places in the States. So again, for the real life connections, you have UPS, you have FedEx, and so you take your package there, you pay, and they take care of it, and they make sure the person that you're sending that to receives it in a couple of days, depending on how long you are and how much you want to pay for it. Okay, then we have our number 9. That is one of my favorite places. Let me tell you that. A restaurant. Should be taking notes. Let's repeat that word one more time. Restaurant. What is it? A restaurant, it's a place where you buy ready-to-eat food. So unlike the grocery store that we covered before, here you go, you see the menu, oh, I want this or I want that, and you order it, okay? And they bring it to you, and all you have to do is eat. You don't have to cook nothing. So that is awesome. We go with our place number 10, which means we are almost halfway. Number 10 is a barbershop. One more time. Barbershop. What is it? A barbershop, it's a place where you get a haircut. This is usually for men, because for women, we used to go, I mean, you can still go to a barbershop and get a haircut as a woman, but usually for women, we call it like salon or hair salon, but it's a place where you get a haircut. Okay, let's go with place 11. 11, it's a laundromat. One more time. Laundromat. What is it? It's a place where you wash your clothes. Okay, so you go, they have the washing machines, you insert a coin and you can use the machines instead of doing the laundry at your house. Okay, place number 12. Place number 12 is a library. I need you to pay attention to the pronunciation quietly and then repeat. So one more time. Library. I'm going to do it one more time. Library. So, what is a library? It's a place where you borrow books from. So you can actually go into these buildings and do your homework with the books they have available, or you can just, like, if you want to read a novel, you can borrow it, which means they let you take it home, you read it, and once you're finished, you have to bring it back to the building, okay, to the library. Okay, we go with number 13. Number 13 is a stationery store. Stationery store. And I can give you a real life connection here. There is a very famous place in the States that is called Office Depot, okay? I don't know if you have heard of the name Office Depot. but I'm gonna give you the definition now. So what is it? It's a place where you buy paper and office supplies. So you can buy pens, staples, markers, a whiteboard, all these things you can get at a stationery store. Okay, we are gonna go with number 14. Number 14, it's a movie theater. Let's say that again, movie theater. In here, I wanna make a bracket. I've heard this word pronounced in two different ways. Well, the third word. I've heard theater, that is the one I personally use. And I've also heard theater, okay? So some people say movie theater, other people say movie theater. Both are fine, and I'm pretty sure there are more equally valid pronunciations out there, but these are the two that I'm familiar with. So movie theater or movie theater. What is it? It's a place where you watch a movie. Okay, let's go with number 15. Number 15, it's a travel agency. Let's repeat this word one more time. Travel agency. What is it? It's a place where you make travel reservations. So sometimes people need to travel for different reasons. Some are very fortunate to go on vacation. Some have to work for business. Others have to work to visit their relatives somewhere else. I mean, there's an infinite of reasons. So you call or you go in these places and they can take care of everything for you, like tickets, hotel, car if you want to or need to rent one. If you are going on vacation, they can even take care of the tours and all that. So it's they make your life easier if you want to pay. Okay, we go with number 16. Number 16, it's a clothing store. Let's say that word one more time. Clothing store. Okay, what is it? It's a place where you buy clothes. It's a place where you buy new outfits, new fashions. Let's go with number 17. Number 17 is a drugstore. One more time, you guys. Drugstore. Some people call it pharmacy. Same thing. And let me establish some real life connections. So in the States, we have very famous drugstores like Walgreens, CVS. Okay, so those are like some examples. Remember that you're supposed to be doing the same, right? Establishing real life connections with places in your city. What is a drugstore? What is it? It's a place where you refill your prescription. So when you are not feeling that good, you go see the doctor checks you up and says, okay, you need to take this medicine or that medicine. They give you a paper, then that paper, you take it to the pharmacy or to the drugstore, which is the same thing. And you show it to the person that works there and they will give you the medicine for you to take it. Okay, that is the drugstore. Okay, number 18, I'm sorry. It's a very interesting place. It's a music store. Let's say that word one more time. Music store. What is it? It's a place where you buy music, like the records, right? And musical instruments. So if you are an artist, which I'm not, unfortunately, if you are talented or if you're interested and you want a guitar or you want the drums or the bass, whatever it is that you want to play, this is a place for you to go, okay? 19, guys, we have two more words, two more places. 19, it's a hospital. more time. Hospital. What is a hospital? A hospital, it's a place where you go to see the doctor. So we should get like a physical every year. There's when they take your vitals and all that and some like lab tests and blood work. And then they tell you how your body's doing in general, or also like if you have an accident, which I hope you don't. And this is the place where you go, you see the doctor, and then they give you the prescription and you go to the drugstore. Okay. And our last place, it's a park. One of my favorite places because I love the outdoors. So let's repeat this word one more time. Park. One more time. Park. And what is it? A park is a place where you go for recreation. Recreation, you can go there just to be outdoors. You can go there and have a picnic. You can go there and work out, you know? I mean, you have many, many options. Okay, so with this, we stopped or we finished our first section that was vocabulary, and we're gonna go with our second question that is grammar, okay? So, for the grammar part, we have prepositions of place. As I said before, many of you might not know what this means, and that is perfectly fine because I'm about to explain it. Okay, so what are they? What are prepositions of place? Prepositions of place are words that help you tell where things are. So this is a key word. Again, I'm going to erase this and we are going to pay attention to the board. So actually, let me stop sharing right now. And I want to focus your attention on the screen. So let me erase this. Let's erase all of this. Okay. So as I said before, prepositions of place are words that help us know where things are located. So every time that you ask the question where, this question where, the answer to this question is usually going to be location. This is going to give us the location of places, animals, objects, people, etc. And in the answer, we have to use a preposition, okay? So prepositions are words like on, under, next to, far, behind. Like all these words that we use to identify the location of something are prepositions, okay? Prepositions. I'm going to write it right here. And for this specific topic, again, I'm going to show you, let me have a seat. I'm going to show you a picture with a sentence so you can make like this connection. But I also want to teach you something with your hands that I think could help you memorize. So we are going to cover today 8 prepositions. Okay, we're going to cover 8 prepositions today. So I want you to pay attention to my hand and this marker. Our first preposition, and again, before I do this, again, I'm going to go back to the presentation and you're going to see the pictures in case this doesn't work for you. Okay, but if this works for you, that's awesome. So we are going to do in. That is our first preposition, in. The marker is in my hand, okay? Our second preposition is on. The marker is on my hand. Our third preposition is under. The marker is under my hand. This is my hand and this is the marker, under. Okay, then we have behind. The marker is behind, behind. It is not in, it's not on, it's not under, it's behind my hand. Then we have in front of, which is the opposite of behind. So this is my hand and this is the marker. In front of, behind, in front of. Then we have near. This is my hand, this is the marker, and we say the marker is near my hand. And then we are gonna have far, okay? And far is far. The distance is different. This is near, this is far, okay? And finally, we have between. So the marker is between my hands, okay? So let's try to do it faster now, just using my body for you to understand. So in, on, under, behind, in front, near, far, between. One more time. In, on, under, behind, in front, near, far, between. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation. I'm going to show you the pictures with a sentence, and then we're gonna actually watch a very short video. So let's share screen again. Okay. So the first one is in, as I said before, in. So the rabbit is in the hat. The rabbit is in the hat. Pay attention to the picture, pay attention to the sentence. And the word that you have in capital letters is the preposition. That is also a different color. The rabbit is in the hat. Next, on. The rabbit is on the table. The rabbit is on the table. Next one. The rabbit is under the table. The following. The rabbit is behind or behind. Both pronunciations are also correct. The rabbit is behind the table. Next. The rabbit is in front of the table. In front of the table. Next, the rabbit is near the table. Short distance. The following, the rabbit is far. Okay, near, far. Okay. Next one, the rabbit is between the table. And actually I have here a mistake in here too, so I apologize for that. I would say the rabbit is far from the table. And on this one, I would say the rabbit is between, not the table, there is no table, boxes, between the boxes. So let's stop sharing for a second and I'm gonna fix these two sentences here, because that was my mistake and I just caught it. So I apologize for that. So the one for far was actually, let me try to use two colors as well. For far was, the rabbit is far from the table, and I will move in a second so you can see. Right, the rabbit is far from the table. And the next one is going to be the rabbit is, and again, preposition with different color, just to make it easier to identify. between, and we had boxes. So the rabbit is far from the table and the rabbit is between the boxes. So thank you guys for helping me identify those two mistakes I had there. And let's go back to the screen sharing. What we're gonna do, these are the 7 prepositions we had to cover. So again, in, on, behind, in front, near, far, between. So what we're going to do now is that we're gonna watch a very short video clip. It's only 2 minutes, and we are doing this so you can hear a different person with different accents using the prepositions. It's not all of them. I think it's only 4 or 5 of them that are going to be in the video, but like you can see them in context, okay? So I'm going to share the screen with you again, and we are going to watch this video for 2 minutes, and then we'll come back. Behind. Under. On. In. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Near. Okay, you guys, so that was the video. This video covered 5 of the 7 prepositions we had for today. So it covered behind, when it said the dog is behind the tree. Then it covered under the table, on the slide, and in the trash, and near the bench. So those were the 5 prepositions that it covered. It did not cover far. That is the opposite of near. So near the bench, far from the bench, and it didn't cover between, right? Okay. What we are going to do now is that I'm going to show you a map. It's not the same map you had, okay? It's not the same map I sent to you guys. It's a different map. But actually, before we do that, I want to do one more activity with the prepositions. So we are going to draw them. This also stimulates your memory. Okay, so I'm going to stop screen sharing right now. We're going to focus again on the whiteboard, and we're going to draw a picture that helps us remember each, well, we're gonna draw 7 pictures, one for each of the different prepositions. That's gonna help us too. So let's stop screen sharing and focus on the board, and we'll go back to the screen in a second. So 7 different pictures. Our first picture, if you remember, was in. So I'm going to try to draw a box with a ball inside, right? So say this is my box. A really good box. I'm not a really good drawer. I'm pretty sure you're better. Ooh. Okay. That is my box. Okay. Semi-decent. Try to make it as good as we can. And I am going to draw a ball in here. Let me get some other colors so it looks even better. Let's get this one, blue right here. Okay, I'm pretty sure yours is gonna look way better than mine, but it is what it is. I'm not an artist. So this one is for in, for the preposition in. And if you want, you can write the sentence right beside it. Okay, so we're gonna say the ball is in, that being the preposition, the box. Okay, let's go with number 2, on. For number 2, okay, let's go again with the box. But in this case, the box was open, and here I'm gonna have the box closed. Make it look better. Okay, so this is the box, and our ball is gonna be on top. Okay, on top, right there. That is our ball. Okay. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna write right here. The ball is on the box. I hope you're doing the drawings too, no? You need to be working along with me to get this English going. Okay, so while you finish those drawings, let me think of what's our next position is under. So I'm going to start erasing the first one. Okay, because we don't need this no more. It's already gone. And I'm going to draw the ball, but it's under. So the ball is going to be under the table. Okay, so let's draw a table. This is going to be my table right here with the legs right here. Maybe, okay, 4 legs. And I'm going to have my ball here. Okay, that's going to be my ball right there. And I'm going to say now, oh, the ball used to be purple. Consistency. Let's try to keep it purple then. Okay, so we are going to say the ball is, very good, under. Very good, you guys. So the ball is the preposition in capital letters. This is just for the purpose of identification. You don't have to write in capital letters, but since we're drilling prepositions, that's good to remember, okay? So the ball is under, and under what? Under the table. Very good. The ball is under the table. Our next preposition is going to be behind. So let's erase this right here. And what can we do? Let's do the same thing. So the table, oh, it's not a very straight table. It's okay. It's okay, you guys. And I'm going to say that the ball is under the table, so make sure, let's try to draw the ball like here, behind. So it's hiding, the ball is hiding, okay? Da-da-da, same ball. And you cannot see the whole ball because part of the ball is hiding behind the table. Okay, so that ball is behind or behind, whichever you prefer, the table. Now we have to do the opposite. We already have behind, we need to do in front. So we're gonna erase this one. And we are going to actually draw the ball right here. Okay, it's in front. It's covering part of the table, part of the leg of the table because it's in front of it. Okay, so we are going to change this under. That's the only thing we have to change. See how everything else stays the same. We are going to change under for sorry. We are going to change under for in front of. Okay, so in front of. Well, I actually have to erase a little bit because it doesn't fit. So in front of the table. The ball is in front of the table and we have two more pictures. We need to do near, near, and far. Near and far. Okay, so we are going to recycle this. And we are just going to draw the ball in a different position. So I'm going to go, ooh, oh my goodness, what is wrong with my hands today, you guys? So I'm going to say near, here, near, okay. So the ball is near the table, okay, short distance. And now we are going to do, the ball is far from the table, and that is our last, oh no, far in between, we have two more, yeah, okay. So let's erase this. It's actually, we need to make this smaller. So this table is going to be smaller. This is my table. Far. So see how close they are here? This one is the opposite, it's far. So I'm gonna draw the image. It's smaller because it's the distance is bigger, so it's perspective, you guys, perspective. Okay. So the ball is far from the table. From the table. And our last preposition is going to be between. So I'm going to have to change this drawing, and I'm going to have two tables. Maybe two tables. So let's have one table here. Let's have another table here. And we're gonna have the ball in between, okay? The ball is purple and the ball has this blue section right here. And we are going to say the ball is between being our preposition, between the tables. So you guys, I hope your drawings are way better looking than mine. Okay, so let's go back with our presentation and the map. Okay, you guys, so let me share the screen with you again. Okay, and now we're gonna see the city map. Okay, so for this city map, I have some questions. And I'm not gonna give you the answer to the questions. The only thing I want you to do is to maybe write down the answers to these questions that are different options. And there is not just one right answer. So I'm just gonna give you 10 different questions based on the map that I want you to answer using these prepositions, okay? Using the same prepositions that you have. Try to use at least each preposition once, but of course you're gonna have to repeat at least 3 prepositions because you only have 7 prepositions, but you have 10 questions, okay? So you don't have to give me your answers, but I want you to do it. It's gonna be a conscious work, okay? And I'm not gonna give you the answers because there are many valid answers, so just so that you don't feel like your answer is not correct, I'm just not gonna give you the answer, I'm just gonna give you the questions, okay? So here's the map. And the first question is, where is the gas station? So the gas station is right here on that would be what? That would be your top right corner, right? And using one of the 7 prepositions we saw, try to give me an answer. So you can say, it's near this, or the gas station is in front of, behind, near, far, any of those, okay, you guys? Actually, I think the only preposition you're not going to be able to use is under, so that reduces the possibilities to only 6 words instead of 7. Okay, so question number 1, what is the gas station? Question number 2, what is King Plaza Hotel? Question number 3, where is the park? Question number 4, where is the electronics store? I'm trying to find it, I know it's here. Oh, right here. Where is the electronics store? So again, in front of, behind, near, far, between, on. You can use on, well, you can no, actually. You have to use on to say the name of the streets. So if I ask you, where is the park? You can say the park is on Pine Street, or the park is on First Avenue, or the park is on Main Street, or the park is on 2nd Avenue, or you can even say the park is between. So the park is between First Avenue and 2nd Avenue, or the park is between Main Street and Pine Street. I mean, that's what I'm telling you, that you have an infinitive number of possibilities to answer these questions. Okay, question number 5, where is the National Bank? Okay, question number 6, where is Parker's Drugstore? So this is First National Bank. And then we have Parker's Drugstore, that is right here. Okay, where is the library? So public library. Where is the post office? Where is Rosa's restaurant? And our last question is, where is the gym? So those are the 10 questions. Again, well, the question is the same, where is? And again, the places are gas station, King Plaza Hotel, park, electronics store, First National Bank, drugstore, library, post office, restaurant, and gym. And to finish, you guys, this is our last activity. We have this picture of a map. okay? That is this same map that you have here. And if you pay attention to this first page that you have on your packet, it says, look at the map, follow the instructions to Mary's house. Mary's house is the blue house, this one right here, okay? Use a pencil or a pen to draw a line to Mary's house. So if you printed it out, you can use the pencil. If you did not print it out, you can, and you're just using the PDF on a second tab, you can just do it like with your mouse, trying to follow it, okay? So we are going to follow these instructions. You are going to start at the start for this and all of the other places that you have to discover. You're gonna start at the start. And so it says, go down main road. So you see, this is main road, go down. So you keep going, pay attention to my mouse. So go down, go down, go down. It says go past the restaurant. So this is the restaurant, it's telling me to go past. So keep going, keep going, keep going. The fish shop and the library. Go past the restaurant, the fish shop, and the library. So I have to continue. Continue, 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 continue. Turn left. This is my left. So this will be your left, okay? Left, I write with my right hand. This is my left. Okay, so turn left on west. There is actually no right, so you cannot get this wrong. So turn left on west and go towards the station. So you see the station is going to be this yellow building and you're here. So go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. And it says Mary's house is on the left. Because you're going down, so you're going like this, right? So it's on the left in front of the station. This is the station, this is Mary's house. So we did that first activity together, and what you are going to do on your own time to practice this is that you are going to write down instructions to get to these houses. So how do you get to these houses? John's house, that is the red, and you are always going to start at the start. Okay, so John's house, that is the red house. Mohammed's house, that is the green house. Kim's house is the yellow house. Gustav's house is this one kind of purple house. Mary's house is the gray with blue one. Ying's house is the brown one. Takehiro's house, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct, is this one that is like more like orange or like a dark yellow. And Fatima's house is the black one. So you're gonna write down instructions for all of them, starting always from the start, okay? And that's it, you guys. With this activity that you are going to complete, just to practice prepositions and instructions, we finished for today. Thank you very much for your attention, and I really hope that we have achieved our 2 learning goals that I repeated at the beginning of the lesson. We're learning, I have them here. So to use the appropriate words to name places in the city, 20 words that we had today, and to use the prepositions of place to locate specific items, and those were the 7 previous words that we saw that were again, in, on, behind, in front, under, near, far, and between. So thank you very much, you guys. Thank you for your attention, and I'll see you on a next opportunity. Bye-bye.